Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the announcement of the evening. And now, introducing to you, hailing from West London, United Kingdom, coming in by way of the dance hall and grime scene, it's Lady, your girl, Chann.
Yo, hey there, this Lady Chann, none less. Welcome to Boxology with Chann. I'm obviously Chann, yeah. I thought I would do a bit of a commentary, a solo commentary, just tying a few things together. It's very, very off the cusp that I'm just doing this. Basically, we have a fucking epic Saturday lineup tomorrow. So we've got Daniel Dubois and Joyce. Joseph, I just watched their live weigh-in, and for me, this is a very much down the middle fight. I've swayed back and forth. Initially, when the first fight was announced, I was definitely going with Joyce. Reasons being, mad experience. Olympian, if I'm not mistaken, a silver medalist. He's won bronze. You know, he's played in all of these titles in boxing and as an amateur, and you know, he came through the ranks slightly late. He's between the ages of like 33, 34, 35. So he's a bit of an older fighter, but he's undefeated, like 10-0 thus far. And it's a pretty exciting, it's going to be an exciting watch because Joe is a juggernaut, like seriously. I'll give you his pros and cons. So he came in weighing in at 18 stone and 6. He's a big lad. He's about 6'5", 6'5 and a half, 6'6". So he's a really big lad. He looked amazing though. He stripped down a decent, like his BMI looked pretty decent, because at times sometimes Joyce can come in a little bit, just a little bit chubby. And he looked amazing. Well, so this juggernaut, the pros, Joe, he absorbs shots. But it's also a con as well, because going through, you know, a career of just absorb, like he reminds me in a way of his fighting style's pretty awkward, and he reminds me in a way of like a Chisora, due to like how his shock absorption, it's amazing, but it's also very dangerous. And but he seems to have an amazing chin and can take punches, and power punches nonetheless. The thing that worries me about Joe over it. Oh my God, I called him Joy. Sorry, Joe, gave you a girl name. Maybe that's your girl counterpart's name. It's that he's a bit slow to start. He's a bit slow in his style. It's a very, very awkward, strange style. Like he comes pummeling forward, and that's what he does. He just comes pummeling forward, throwing shots. Sometimes I'm a bit unimpressed with his accuracy. I just think his whole style does tend to throw me off a bit. And I'm sometimes like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? But the fact that he's 10-0 and he's of the elite, like amateurs and Olympics and, you know, Commonwealths and this and that. I mean, you gotta give the guy some fucking credit. Like that style has got him places, to say the fucking least, ain't it? So we're talking about him today. So I'm a bit worried though, like against Dubois, he cannot do a slow start. Yeah, he does tend to take a while to fucking warm up, and I don't think time is going to be of the essence in this this bout, to say the least. So yeah, he boxes on the front foot. He does take a lot of shots, and maybe that's his game plan in this fight. Take a lot of shots, let Daniel get tired, then fuck him up, basically. Am I expecting Joyce to take a drop, full, knockdown, complete knockout? I'd be silly to say completely no and completely rule it out, because this is fucking heavyweight boxing at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? And one punch can send you into another stratosphere. So, but I'm not expecting him. I'm not expecting him to really be flat out and on the floor and getting a count out. If anything's going to go against him, and I'm going to do this for both fighters, by the way, is that maybe, possibly, you know, there'll be some kind of stoppage, him being on the ropes, and, you know, so, but even that, to me, of what I know and what I've seen of Joyce, is highly unlikely. But you've got to remember, yeah, is that we've only seen Joyce, his resume, you know, he's fought good fighters. You know, I watched not too long him fighting Usyk back in the day. Yeah, Usyk won. It was a young Joe. It was a young Joe, and much slimmer Joe, obviously, because, you know, Usyk being cruiser. But yeah, he's always pretty much still been that awkward type of fighter. But I mean, you know, he's had a pretty much impressive resume and stuff. So, like, for the stats that he holds. So I would say out of the two, obviously he's the more seasoned fighter by far. But does this give him the edge? Because, I mean, seasoned fighters don't necessarily get the win. I had a few examples of, like, seasoned fighters not getting the win. We can take it in all different weight classes, like Loma. When Loma fought Teofimo, man seasoned out here, man didn't get the win. Gamboa against Tank Davis, man seasoned out here, man didn't get the win. You know, the list could go on. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, even Andy Ruiz is a seasoned fighter, but not to the caliber of what Anthony Joshua is. And he still managed to beat Anthony Joshua. So, you know, there's a lot of arguments that does experience always necessarily get the win. How annoying is that when the phone rings and you know it says Sunderland from a call centre, so they can leave a message, because it's probably just anybody. Like, hi, is this Chanel? No. Anyway, as we were so rudely interrupted, maybe I should put it on Do Not Disturb. That might help, Shan. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, as I was saying, does seasoned always mean you get the win? Not necessarily, as I've given you those examples. So yeah, so we'll move on to Daniel Dubois. DD. DDD. Is he triple D? So we've got a triple G and we've got a triple D, have we? So with Daniel, he came in at weigh-in at 17 stone 6, so a stone lighter than Joe. To me, doesn't pose any problem. It's not, 17 stones, 18 stone, not a major difference, is it? So he looked amazing on the scales. Right. So with Mr. Dubois, yeah, I find his fighting style Frank Bruno-esque. He reminds me a lot of Frank Bruno. And I've actually seen Frank Bruno been bits and pieces, like talking about, you know, what's been happening with this Joyce and Dubois matchup. And he's very much a power puncher. You know, he'll definitely come in with that left jab, and then that right hand, that right hook will get you the fuck out of it. But un momento, mi gente, yeah? Who has he really fought? Oh wait, of caliber. We'll drop in latte. But we know he's not really of caliber, especially on the other day's fucking performance. Wild and awful. Anyway, that's for another day. His experience, remember, we're going to throw pros and cons. He doesn't have the experience as Joyce. He hasn't fought. His resume isn't really epic. But we're not going to critique him because the lad's only like 22, 23 years old. Like, I mean, but he turned pro at the age of 18. So his fighting style is very much kind of a bit, can be deemed as a bit, he's got some speed, but whilst I say speed, it's also sometimes I see him as a bit robotic in his fighting style. And but he's definitely miles quicker than Joe, and that's the thing. And I don't know if Joe's going to be able to knock out and sprawl him out on the floor, Daniel Dubois. This is why this fight is so fucking hard to call, I tell you. Like, I went that way and that way, that way and that way, till I was fucking dizzy, guys. Like, literally, it is straight down the middle, honestly. So his fighting style, like, yeah, he can unload. And that right hand is his thing. But also, Dubois' thing is also body shots and body blows. And they're devastating coming from anyone that's fucking above fucking 11, 12 stone, I'll tell you that, let alone 17 and 18 stone. But will those body blows affect Joe? Big absorption Joe. He should change his middle name to, let's get ready to rumble, we have Joe Absorption. Joyce. Yeah, that's what you should change his name to. But I digress. Sorry. Yeah. Is he going to be able to? Is Dubois going to be able to knock down Joe? Is a body blow going to affect Joe? I just don't know. Slightly rhymed, but we'll leave that there. I don't know, people. Like, so I'm really, he comes forward as well, and it's going to be like, they're going to meet in the middle, like, how? Like, I don't know who's going to throw the first connected punch. I have no clue of what their tactical maneuvers could be, because they very much fight as fucking two Neanderthals, but Dubois has got a better techers. Second to none. He's got a better techers, but obviously the techers for Joe works. But to what capacity is that going to work to? And vice versa. Is Dubois really going to be able to come forward and just pummel Joe? I just don't know. I'm trying to think like a few trajectories ahead. Like, and I just don't know. Is he going to be able to knock him down? I just don't know. So guys, like, please leave your comments in the comments below, yeah? And let a bitch know what you think I was going to go live. I may still do a live maybe tomorrow, but I'd like to know your thoughts, your comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. So, yeah, we won't even go into Mike Tyson. We'll do that tomorrow. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Tomorrow's just fucking wild. So, let me know your thoughts, your opinions. And yeah, let's see what everybody's thinking. Right, so, hey girl, it's Lady Sham, nonetheless straight. God!